Go ahead. All right, everybody, we're gonna go get started. So those of you that are in line, just stay in line. You grab food as you go along, and then just try and pay attention. Okay. So to start for all of you guys, it is March. April is OT month, and I made the slide incorrectly. So that's going to be coming up. Oh, I need to move it over. Thank you. Better. There we go. All right. So today is the 21st. It's our March meeting. Remember, we're not having a meeting for April. We're going to be in conference. So April is Occupational Therapy Month, and I did do that correctly. What we're going to be doing is we have the OSA bulletin board that we put for OT. We are going to be sponsoring Lori's Candy Bowl. So if you go into the OSA office and there's candy in her bowl as always, there'll be a sign up that we are the ones supplying that. We are going to have a Rotary Career Fair April 12th, 9 to 2:30. It's going to be in 2 different shifts. This is going to be at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, and what it is we're going to be presenting or representing OT for a bunch of 5th graders as a career fair. So we're setting up the details tomorrow for during a lunch meeting, and then we're going to send up a sign-up sheet for those that want to do it. And it's going to be anything from games with ADL equipment or what is it or whatnot, and it's going to be in groups of kids 10 to 15, groups of 10 to 15, and they're all 5th graders. So that should be a lot of fun. Don't forget the OT month photo is April 21st at noon, Sensory Garden if weather permits, okay? So right now we're gonna go into volunteering updates. And we have Hand in Hand, which we really need some volunteers for. If you guys will go on and look at that. Overall, they're in need of 100+ volunteers. There's supposed to be a meeting that you go to on March 31st, Vulnerable Adult Training. If you cannot make that meeting, but you can still make the volunteering, please sign up and we will get the information and email it to you. But this is one that we really would like your guys' support if you could make it there, okay? We now have the AOTA, and here we go.
Here.
Thank you.
So Hand in Hand is Sunday, April 3rd. It'll be about 1 to 4-ish. Like the slide said, we still, just in general for the CUSOTA part of it, we need people to sign up to run the activity. I don't know what the activity is yet. We won't find out until it's probably like arts and crafts or something. But just as a whole, Hand in Hand is still in great need of volunteers to sign up to be partners. So if you don't want to do the activity, you're really not into that, you can sign up to be a partner on their site. I really, really, really need people. I don't want to cancel this event with them since they are in such dire need. It is a fun event. I did it last year. It was a great time. So please consider signing up. And if, I know that Thursday, March 31st is really busy in the evening. So if you can't make the training, then still sign up on the Google Doc and I will add your name to the list and they will send you the PowerPoints to review. Thank you. Any more questions?
Okay, I was just going to give you some quick updates from the survey results. So now we have 78 students that are coming, and only 73 of those are applying for Dean's reimbursement. So we're closer to that 70 that were originally allowed for Dean's reimbursement. Also, for the CUSOTA garage sale, we only had 16 responses, and 62% said no. We only had a couple people that were going to donate things, so we're not going to be doing that.
And for that survey, we're going to send it out one more time for any of you that did not do it because we're so close, the dean is looking at allocation of funds. So please go on there and if you haven't already, sign up to show that you are going to go and if you qualify for the dean's reimbursement so that you can have one last review of whether or not we can get additional funds.
I send those out.
Meeting.
Okay, so concession results. This week's email, I have everybody's total numbers of how many hours they worked. So those are going to go out. Please check this over and email me with any questions you have. Our current wage is at $10.14, but actually I just updated it and it's at $10.52 an hour with the most recent information. 3 weeks until conference, so again, I'm going to be sending out another email, and that's just going to let you know more about Dean's reimbursement. We're going to be bringing me that envelope in Chicago that we talked about, and just more information. Thank you.
So now Miss Emily.
I just have a few things. Don't forget silent auction is April 21st at 4:30 at the Harbor Center Auditorium. Please feel free to bring donations to me or any officer whenever you have them available. And this does count as a CUSOTA social event, and there will be appetizers, so get excited. NOTA conference was this past weekend, and it went great. Congratulations to all the poster presenters. And thank you to everyone who came to the inter-school student social. I think for the first year, it was pretty great. And the other schools were really impressed by what Creighton has to offer. And finally, if there's anything you would like me to ask questions about or any concerns you have that you would like me to bring forward at the ASD meeting at conference, feel free to email those to me.
All right, the next is for our treasurer. And I apologize, we're going so fast, we want to make time for our guest speaker.
Okay, first of all, thank you for everybody who ordered apparel and clipboards this past few semesters. And thank you to the Regis and Alaska cohort for being patient with me getting the clipboards to them. That should be there this week, actually by tomorrow. And then we also have a date that we're going to be selling any extra apparel and clipboard sales. The date is up there, Thursday, March 31st. It's kind of a first come, first serve, but then we'll have within the email from Jen, we'll have kind of like an inventory list on what you can expect for the apparel. The apparel will be at a discounted price. However, the clipboards will still be selling for $20 in the Health Sciences Library. And then any other payments or dues, questions, you can always email me or call me. Thanks.
And remember, the apparel is from different years prior, so there's different colors and whatnot as well. All right, that's gonna be officer elections. We'll call you guys up. You can give a little information about yourself, and then in the link that Jen sends out is also going to be the election link so that you can vote for who you would like. Okay, so first off, we have one for president. So here's your new president for next year. Let's give her a round of applause.
So I just wanted to say a few words. I'm really excited to be able to take over this position.
Me too.
It's a big shoes to fill, but I do think that I've led teams in the past. I feel like I'm a very organized and passionate person, especially about this profession. So I'm really excited to also grow in my leadership, as I know that this will be a challenge for me at times too. So, but leadership isn't something I take lightly, and so I see this as a lot of responsibility and opportunity, and also a way to serve you guys. And so I'm really excited to get to serve you all and to get to serve those that we will interact with in this position. So thank you.
All right. I'm very excited for that. Okay, so now we have vice president, and first we have up Amanda. Whichever side you want.
Okay, I'm Amanda Verbrugge. I'm an OT1 Go student. I'm from Britt, Iowa. I went to Iowa State University, and we're in Sweet 16 right now, so that's a big deal. My fun facts are up there. I would like to be vice president, just to be able to represent CUSOTA would be a really cool position to have. I'm also a Go student, so my flexible schedule will help out a lot, so I can be anywhere, go anywhere, do that sort of thing. Alexa set up a lot of really good opportunities, and she organized the volunteer opportunities really well this year. And so being able to take that over from her and then try to add new opportunities, I think that would be really cool. So that's me.
Okay. Next, Ms. Sheila. Did I say it right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Call me whatever. The last name only gets worse.
I wasn't going to try that one.
Yeah,
I just
the last name's Molsick, so good. You don't ever have to pronounce it right. I don't care. I'm from Spalding, Nebraska, so it's 3 hours west in the Sandhills. And the fun fact about that is my school was one of the smallest ones left that hadn't consolidated. So there were 90 kids in our K through 12. So I graduated with 9. Yeah, so I have done a lot of leadership because I have been forced to. There was no one else to do it. But downside, you had to be really careful who you took to proms because I was related to almost everyone. It was weird. Yeah, I went to UNO down the street and I did exercise science, and I've got a lot of leadership experience with that as well, because we had our exercise science club with a couple hundred, and I was VP, president, and treasurer at one point or another through those 3 years. And the reasons that I would like to be president for you guys is because of volunteering, number one. That is the one thing that I've done through most of my leadership experience. And I think that it really hits home because I love Omaha and I want to live here forever. So I want to give back to the community. And my hope would be that I could maybe get us some opportunities where we could work with UNO. And these are some of the things that I've done with them. Another is I want to get to know all of you, because I know my class really well, but I don't know all the other faces. And I want to know all the new OTs coming in, because I think that CUSOTA did a really good job of making us feel comfortable and figure out what was happening on campus. And I want to do that for the newbies. And then to utilize and better my strengths, thank you, StrengthsFinder, for telling me what those were. You can always be better at communicating. And then I want to be part of a team, because I've always been in sports and done extracurriculars. And as much as I love team papers, I think I'm going to like this more. And then lastly, to learn, because while I feel like we're all learning a ton as is, I think the best way to learn is to surround yourself with people who are really hardworking and dedicated, like Miss Sarah Wade over here. And I'd like to work with her. So thank you for listening.
All right, for AOTA liaison, Lillian.
Well, I was hoping I didn't have to follow Sheila, but since I am, so my name's Jill, for who doesn't know me. I'm an OT1 on campus from Grand Rapids, Michigan. However, most of you know that half of my family's in Colorado, hence picturing my kind of obsession with it. I graduated from Central Michigan University with therapeutic recreation and child development. With that, I had leadership roles with my major and a disability awareness on campus, which was awesome. So I've had leadership experience in the past, but I'm not the best public speaker. So, and yeah, I would look forward to working with CUSOTA, and Sheila kind of nailed it. You guys did great welcoming us, and I think being a part of an organization that brings in our class together and the other classes was super fun. And yeah, that's what I got for you. So.
Thank you. Kristen. All the way from the back.
All right, my name's Kristen Hazenhauer. I am a campus year one student as well. There's a lot up there. I'll let you read that if you can. But in a nutshell, I went to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, majored in sociology with minors in chemistry and English. Have had a slew of leadership positions, whether it's coaching soccer, in the sorority, in the pre-OT club in undergrad. Would love to use what leadership skills I have with you all in the upcoming year, and also develop those by working with the other awesome individuals on that team. I'm excited to go to conference this year myself, and she's done an awesome job of preparing that, but I'm pumped to see what conference brings myself, and then how I can present that to you all next year to get you excited, because it is the 100th anniversary, in addition to setting up concessions and all that kind of stuff to help get everybody there to join in the fun. So that's about it.
Thank you, thank you. All right, next is ASD representative. And first up is Abby.
Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Abby. I'm an OT1 on campus. I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, so I'm very excited for AOTA conference because I can stay at home. It's very nice. I would love to be the Assembly and Student Delegate Representative, because I think it would be such an honor to represent Creighton nationally to AOTA, as well as in the state at Nebraska Occupational Therapy Association. One thing I think that I look forward to doing with those programs that's really important is advocating for OT. I don't think we're utilizing as much as we should be. In between my undergrad and coming to Creighton, I worked as a medical receptionist, and I often saw, I would say 99% of the referrals were to PT, and I remember I kept thinking, you should be going to OT, there's so much that we can offer. So I think that would be an amazing opportunity to work with both of those organizations to advocate for our profession. I also have various leadership experiences from undergrad with my sorority and local organizations there. And I love communicating, meeting people, and this gives me an opportunity to do that. So, thanks.
Next is Mr. Brady.
Hi guys, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Brady, kind of unique in this situation because I'm in OT1 currently, but I was also in the OT2 class. Took a year off for some training for the military. I think I have a lot of leadership experience from that. I was just at drill for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, helped run several operations out there, and I lead several soldiers under me. And I just kind of want to be, I think I'm a good representative for Creighton to NOTA and AOTA. I went to Creighton for undergrad and now grad school, so I kind of really know a lot about Creighton, really enjoy staying here and being a part of it. So I just want to be able to represent you guys and put a good example forward for Creighton and CUSOTA. Thanks.
All right, now we're headed to treasurer. Let's see. Miss Candace, I didn't put the name on there, I'm sorry. Miss Candace Burke. Right?
I'm Candace. I am from Waterloo, Iowa. I went to the University of Northern Iowa. I was a therapeutic recreation major. I guess a little bit about myself is that I love being outdoors and playing sports. The reason why I want this position would just be because I want the opportunity to represent Creighton. And I hate talking in front of people. I don't know if anybody can tell, but it's kind of making me nervous. I'm really sweaty making my job. It's kind of gross. And I just, like, with my past experience, I was an assistant volleyball coach and also a student athlete, so I kind of had to run a lot of fundraising programs for alumni associations to donate money, and I would just like to use that experience as well as learn on top of this one. And I'm gonna stop because I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Sam.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam. I'm from Urbandale, Iowa, and I also went to Iowa State, so Amanda took my little joke for that one. But I am running for treasurer. I've had some experience. I'm actually the current pre-OT club treasurer, so I have some experience with dues and t-shirts and apparel and stuff like that. And then in undergrad, I had some experience in an organization that raised over $100,000 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So I have some experience with money, and I think that I'd be able to handle your guys' funds well. So thanks.
Thank you. Okay, thank you all of you for coming up, and we will send out that link in the weekly email, so please go on and vote. For those of you watching, the meeting password is Lucky. Let's see, 1 second, and so please vote. The next thing, remember to go on to our link for if you're going to conference, if you have not already done that. Reason being, like I said, for the dean, we really want to make sure we're as accurate as possible to get as much money from him as possible, because that's what it's all about. And so we have a guest speaker. Thank you, Ashley, for bringing him. So we have Mitchell coming up, and he's going to talk about the patient perspective through the healthcare system. So if you guys will give a round of applause to Mitchell.
All right, thank you. I was thinking how I was going to start this today, and
a story came to mind. I was in a car accident. We'll kind of get to the story a little bit, but my story a little bit. But about 6 months after the car accident, I was home. I still wasn't able to do a whole lot. And I have a friend that she goes to Wesleyan, and she's also a dwarf, 3'2", and very outgoing. I love her. And we were talking, and I was trying to get some understanding from her with kind of being different than everyone else. And I'll never forget what she said. She said, Mitch, I was born a dwarf. Your life changed partway through. And so that had a big impact. And she said also, the second thing was, people can see, they don't understand, but they can see kind of stuff. And that's kind of with the title here, Behind the Curtain. That's what it is, brain injury. And then kind of OT, as I can't remember who said it, but someone said OT was very powerful to me because it wasn't just, it was my balance issues, some physical issues I had, but it was also a lot with my brain. Had a brain injury, we'll kind of get into that. But really with that too. So I really like that. So I think what you guys are doing is beneficial in more ways than one. It's very, very helpful. Today I'm kind of tell my story just briefly, but that's not what I'm here for. And then kind of get into some of the medical stuff. And then if we have time, we'll go with questions. But if not, feel free to come up. I'm on spring break, so I'm not much to get back to. So, my story, I'm from Blue City. I can't remember who's the project, so you guys know where I'm from. But 3 hours just west of here. In school, I don't remember a lot before the accident, but I was athletic, smart, all that, and I had hair back then too. But many different leadership positions, and kept that going at UNL too. So really, there wasn't a whole lot, I guess, that I was missing from what I'm told anyway. So then this happened. January 8th, 2014, I was in a car accident. I was a passenger on the passenger side. That's the T-bone side. We were going to the interstate, and we were going to ID West to go to Colorado for a ski trip, just me and the driver. And we were going, and she lost control of the vehicle due to ice and snow, and went across the median, went on to ID East, and then my side got T-boned. I lost consciousness, of course. I was taken to York ICU. They didn't have enough for me, and then transported to Bryan ICU. I was kind of in a coma already, but they medically induced me into a real coma for about 3 days. From there, after the coma, I went to Madonna. I was there for Madonna for about 2 months, and then after that, I did therapy on Carney for about 6 to 7 months, and then I still did therapy when I came back to school in that next fall, which wasn't always the best decision. A lot of changes, and undergrad college students aren't always the most unselfish, I guess, and just kind of think about themselves sometimes too with that. But I still kept doing therapy once a week with that, and so I basically did therapy for about a year. And so just a lot of that. But as you can see, there's brain bleeding spots were all over, front, back, left, right. But the one that really gets to me is the 3 by 1.6 centimeters, pretty big spot. And I think that all those spots in my brain now are bruised, permanently bruised. So it's definitely has a little impact on you. And I like it. I kind of said this, but I like it that I come in here and I look just like you guys. I don't look any different. Someone up here asked me, "Are you a speaker today?" Like, I don't look any different. So, and I understand why. But I also 95% of the time I like it. But other times when I'm having a bad day, frustration, whatever, it's tough because you're not able to see it to understand it. But even if you saw it, you probably wouldn't fully understand it. But when you can't see it, it's tough to get people to understand as well. So it's kind of a give and take relationship with that. Life as a patient, it's really, really tough. Like I said, there was a lot of depression. I'll be honest, there was a lot of frustration, anger, questioning. I didn't know why I was there. Mom said a lot of stuff I was obviously retold. But Mom said that I'd ask her once I figured out I was in a hospital, which I think was about a month. I would ask her every night, why am I here? What happened? And she'd tell me the same story over and over again. And so definitely just a lot of questioning. I didn't figure out what I was doing.
As you guys know, no two TBIs are alike. But I think there are some similarities to a lot of things. So not everything I'm going to say is just the way it is. So understand that as well too. It was kind of interesting because I think after about a month, Mom finally gave me back my phone, and I got the phone, and I don't know how many messages I had, probably a couple hundred or whatever, and I got the phone and I started reading the text, and it was Mish praying for you, so glad you're still here with us, etc. And I read like one or two of those, and then I said, well, what the hell? I wasn't in a car accident. Why are these people saying this? And so I select all and delete. And just kind of stuff like that where I couldn't figure out what's happened. I didn't really know what happened. Thankfully, I don't remember anything, because if I did, it'd be scary to do that. But then uncontrollable actions, words up there. You guys will probably see at some point a brain injury patient that does not act appropriately. And normally I don't act rudely or anything like that, but it happens for brain injury patients. There was a couple stories for this. First one was I was in the hallway and I walked past a lady. I don't know how old she was. I said, someone's looking good today. And I thought Dad was with me, and Dad just smiled. Maybe he thought the same too, but he wasn't. He knew not to say it. That kind of thing is, I couldn't control, and even for a long time, over a year, I couldn't. It just come to mind, boom, it'd be out. So what you think and what you're able to filter, I could not do that. There's a second story, and this one is really kind of hits home a little bit. But I was pushing a therapist into a side room, and Dad asked, like, why are you doing that? And I was going to go have sex with her. That was, that one, I'm not proud of anything I did. But I really wish that wouldn't have happened, because to her, I didn't want that to happen. Like, that was stupid. But I couldn't do it. And so understand that patients too, they don't want to do it, but it's not always them obviously going to be that. So understand that too. I had a therapist, I don't remember her, but there was one time I called her a bitch, and maybe she wasn't, I don't know. But then from there on out, she told me she won't do therapy with me. And then she told me to talk to my parents, and she said, he's never going to improve. And I don't know if she said that to me, or she said it to my parents. And I guess I went back to college. I'm not gonna like boast myself or anything, but I feel like I've done a lot of things. And so your patients are probably gonna piss you off. That's no lie, but don't do that. You think my parents wanted to hear that? They were going through enough hell with insurance, legal issues, all that good stuff. So if there's anything I can tell you, always have faith and always push your patients, because that's the biggest thing right there. As you can see, obviously I have sleeping problems, still do. Sleeping problems, as well. Lifelong side effects, definitely heavy on medications. I have stuff for brain fatigue, for sleep, I can't take a nap. I wish I could take a nap back in college again. I can't take a nap without sleeping, or like without pills, so I just sleep at night, which kind of stinks sometimes. And thing is here too, you can't go through it alone. I tried, it doesn't work because no one understands. And even when I had counseling for 2 years. Even when you do that, they still don't understand it, but it's a way for you to relieve it a little bit. So really, I was kind of we'll say it now. You guys scientifically understand. I had a friend that's another day about like capillaries in my brain. I'm like, what? So, but I understand the real life aspect of it, but I don't understand scientifically why, and you guys will see it and you'll understand why. So really, in a sense, you guys are the best counselors out there. That's not your job, that's not your title, I understand that. But to understand and to give support and whatever else too, you guys would do a great job with that. So really keep that in mind too. Obviously impacts with all this stuff. You guys know that. Memory learning. A lot of times you just have to learn what to do. Have to learn. Like I write everything down. There's not a thing I don't write down. I have a notepad on my phone, everything like that. So you just have to kind of learn some things. Help your patients to get like better with that too. New information is kind of hard for me. A lot of times it's a little tight, a little difficult. It doesn't change. That's tough because, especially with my sleep medications and stuff like that, it's really hard to do that. I also, like I said, I didn't say this, I also take Adderall. It's not for ADD or anything like that, but it's for my fatigue and stuff like that. So you can't just take Adderall and then expect to go to bed in 4 hours. Like we all know that's not going to happen. So really just kind of schedule is a big thing as well. Problems with self-control. I kind of told you a story earlier from inpatient, but like I said, it lasted for a long time. I was kind of in a volatile relationship, I guess I'd say, after the accident, and it was kind of a both-way thing. But there were times where I would just, if any of the guys or even girls know Bob Knight from basketball, he was just like ridiculous throwing chairs and everything on the court. I wouldn't throw anything, but like I would get just lose my control because I couldn't filter anymore. And it was because 5 minutes after I did it, I just felt like shit. And it's just something you can't control, but it's something you have to learn what you gotta do. Like, I just learned I just gotta be quiet. Like if I start, I'm not gonna stop. So that's really what you have to do too as well with that. Like I said, I had some legal issues. Hundreds of thousands in medical bills for that calendar year. Met the deductible ever since still. That expenses. Troubles with balance, that's something you guys would work with that. I really enjoy that. My balance is never gonna get back to where it was, but it has improved because a lot of what the therapy has done for me. Fear of judgment, that's kind of tough because I am a disability student. I go to UNL and it was tough the first time I had to go in and sign up to be this services for students with disabilities. I had to go in there. That was tough because from what I saw before, for the most part, school came kind of easy to me. And to go in there and to set those accommodations at first, second, third, fourth, and fifth now semester, that was tough because every time I go in there, and sometimes with teachers, you go there and you fill out the form, and some understand, some are caring, but some are like, this is just more work for me. Like, why the hell do you want me to do this? And so that's tough too because you look at me and I look just fine, like we said, but there are issues, and so that's kind of tough too. You don't want to go out of your way. I don't want sympathy. I want understanding. That's what I said all along. But the thing is, with understanding, I don't want to sit there and tell you for 20 minutes because at the end of the time, you're probably still not going to fully understand it. So that's really tough too. Like I said, hidden disability. I always, at first, when I came back home after the accident, I always get, you're looking good. I hid for a while before I came out of the house. But I would always get, you're looking so good, Mitchell. You're looking so good. But the thing is I wasn't feeling good. You didn't see my brain. You can't see that. And so that's something that really comes with it as well. Vision issues. This question came up last time I was here. But yeah, I have vision issues in the dark and also to drive. I have hit like medians before driving, and I'm actually going to a specialist here in about 2 weeks for that. I apply for my glasses all the time and have clip-on refraction type of things on my glasses for about 6 weeks, I said. So hopefully that'll get fixed a little bit. And as you guys all know, brain injury, they're really a lot of research and a lot of increased awareness, I guess, on what to do. So I am thankful that it came at this time and it didn't happen 10 years ago when we still didn't know what the hell to do. So I'm really happy for that as well. Here. So the best therapy practices, my mom actually got called a Nazi because I'd get back from therapy and she would give me a little time to rest because obviously you need that. But then I was running HQ is what I always did, And she said, okay, back to brain HQ, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it was. So never stop pushing your patients. Majority of my recovery happened within 6 months. If you, my personal opinion, I don't know science behind it. I'll be honest. I'm a business student. I don't know science. But my theory on it is that if you go hard at the very beginning, that's your best time for recovery. And that's kind of what we did. That's all I did for a long time. And so really get back to that. Give them homework assignments outside of therapy. Those 30 minutes, even 60 if you get it for 60 minutes, it's not going to be just enough, I guess. Give them homework assignments, they can write a paper, whatever it may be. And then also adapting to your patient. I'm competitive, and so if you tell me, I bet you can't remember 3 words, I'm gonna remember 3 words, I'm gonna beat you on that. So adapt to your patient, whatever it may be, and fit to them, because if you fit to them, they are really going to enjoy that and they're gonna do better for you. This last line here in bold, try to get the patient back to doing what they did pre-TBI. And understand that comes with some caution, understand that comes with being smart. But after the summer after, I wanted to go back, and I worked at the pool 5 summers before, 2 as a manager, and I wanted to go back and start doing that. And they were very nice and let me. But what I did was I was there for an hour or 2, I would get tired and then be done. But what I did, I couldn't do machinery. I could tell them how to do the machinery, the equipment and the pump room and everything like that, but I couldn't do it because of different things with balance and don't fall and stuff like that. But really, if you can get back and start trying to do some of those things, that's going to get you back there, in my opinion, to the best you can be. Because I understand I'm not going to be who I was before. I fully understand that. But if you can work your way back to that, I mean, that's the best thing you can do with that. The trust bond, that, like, we kind of talk about that. That's huge. I still go to therapists. I went to a non-action on Friday. I still talk to them. I still enjoy them. And so constant encouragement and support. We've talked about that. If I was a patient and I had that for you, that trust, whatever, I'm going to work my ass off for you. And so understand that as well. Know that TBI patients are going to go through some bad days time with 1,000. Like, we all have bad days. But think when your head's pounding and you're tired and you didn't get sleep and whatever else, think what that entails. And so understand that. Know some things might happen that aren't right, but come back the next day with a positive attitude, because if you don't, I sure as hell wouldn't as a patient. So understand that as well. Repetition. It sucks because it takes a lot of time, but it definitely helps. Learn material in the same different ways. This could be, for me right now in school, it is going to class, obviously, reading the book, taking notes, writing stuff down all the time. I write probably 3 or 4 times before a test, just because I need that repetition. Online lectures, watching that stuff, online study materials. If you can learn this stuff in different ways, like, that's the best way to do it for me. We kind of talk about accepting accommodations, and obviously learn how you learn best. Here's the big one here. As health professionals, you guys will encourage the healthy lifestyle. I understand that. But understand that TBI patients, we are more prone to brain diseases, obviously. And my mitigating response to that has always been, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat healthy, and if it happens, there's nothing else I can control. So I'd really encourage you to encourage your patients to do that as well, because I think no matter what, anyone should be healthy, but especially when they have a lot more likely to get brain diseases that are terminal. So definitely think about that. And advocate for yourself. Definitely encourage your patients to advocate for yourself. Teach them how to do that, because that's going to be huge for them. That's going to be huge for them to know how to do those things, because it's not always gonna just come where they understand or they have someone by their side that knows what to do. Because I went back to school and no one around me understood and whatever else, and so that was really, really tough. And so that's kind of a lot of lessons there. Get this one. Big one is, I just want to go back just one thing on here. But a step 2 you are. That I'd say probably about 2, I mean, it's been over 2 years, 2 years and a couple months. But accepting who you are is huge and it doesn't come easy. But that's kind of a big one for TBI patients because just accepting who you are in anything, of course. But here, is there any questions? I want to get some questions, hopefully, so we can get them answered because I want you guys to learn just as much. Accommodations I have 150% test time. I have vision issues, so I jump lines. And so, like if I have a Scantron or if I can, they fill in the bubbles for me, or I can type on the computer instead of writing because of the lines. What else do I have? I have that they can take notes for me as well, but I would rather read my own notes. What else is there? There's a lot. Those are the ones I use. The 150% test. Reduced noise environment. That's the biggest one. I take my test there at their office, and there's only a couple people take the test at a time. And so that's huge because if you're in a classroom, sometimes when people are moving and leaving the classroom, there's noise there. I can't focus. I can't do that. I can't do that stuff. So that's one there too. Yeah. I came back with 6, and that was hell. The only reason I kept doing it was so I could stay with my loans because I had to be half time. And then the next semester I did 9, and now I'm to 12, and I don't ever expect to go over 12. So it's a gradual process, and I think, like I said, that first semester I would have quit if it weren't for a couple people in my life. I'm an open book. Don't be scared. A big one is I write a lot. I'll write notes from the book. I'll write notes from lecture, of course, and then I'll put those 2 next to each other, and I'll have a third notebook, and then I'll write a study guide. And so a big one is writing for me. That's what helps me. Reading doesn't do as well for me because my memory, I don't know, I don't remember that as much. When I'm actually doing something, then it helps me better. And writing has really been kind of the key to that.
So do you not remember just immediately before the accident or most everything before the accident? Like high school and stuff?
I know what you mean. I don't remember. There's some spotty things, I guess. Actually, I was talking to an old teacher last night, and he's like, "Oh, we'll catch up about the good times." And I was like, "Well, I don't really remember a whole lot," and so I don't remember most things. I would say I don't remember 80-90% of stuff, and then I don't remember anything for sure a month and a half after the accident, and then after that, it's stuff kind of spotty.
How is meeting your old friends again? Do you have to re-meet them, or do you remember most of them?
Well, I was given a lot of support and love when I went on and everything else like that, and so all my really, really close friends, they were always there, and and they're always keeping in touch with me, and so in a way I kind of had to, but they were there for me, and that's when I kind of knew that I was like, yeah, like you're my true friend or you're a good friend. Okay.
You guys talked about LCD driving class. What are some of your current goals right now that you're working on?
Say that again?
Your current goals right now?
Happiness. I mean, that's general, but that's a big one. Graduating. There were so many times where I didn't think I'm gonna graduate. I was like, part of my lunch, I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna get disability from the government. And I would have felt like crap if I did that. Graduating is huge. I'll cry when I graduate, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm hopefully graduating next May. And actually have an internship here in Omaha this coming summer. So look forward to that. And another thing, talk about that. I was actually talking to a lady from the state of Nebraska that works for them for brain injury. Had a dinner with her a couple months ago. And she was telling me that some of the older brain injury patients have troubles telling their employers, explaining to their employers what to do. Because as you know, there's ADA laws, but when the employer doesn't see it, it's like, I don't know what to do for you. That stuff as well. And so it's kind of, like I said, advocating for yourself is huge because that's really gonna help you in the end. It's gonna help me in the future next however many years for my employment as well. Yeah.
So what accommodations will they be doing for you at this internship?
It's an accounting firm. I was pre-law, but some things kind of escaped away from the employers, of course. But they have, it's going to be during their busy season. And so I know they are going to, if I need breaks, if I need a shorter day, I'll get my work done, but I don't want to stay much longer than I need to, and stuff like that. And if I'm not feeling well, I've already talked with them. They're going to let me kind of be really flexible with that too. And I mean, if I want to play a legal card, yeah, they have to. ADA laws, they have to. But I don't want that, and they never like ask for that. They never made me say that stuff, and so they really were helpful. But not every employer is like that, and that is why I picked them. Not every employer is like that. Not every employer wants to just like go out of the way for their employees. So it kind of, you have to pick the right people, I guess.
One more on top of that. How did you bring that up to your employer when you were advocating for yourself? Or was this like a side option that the professor gave you, like this would be a good idea to go with them?
Actually, it came up in the interview. You know, those interview questions where, you know, the time where you can't go, hardest thing you went through in life or something like that. And they actually specialize in healthcare accounting. And so that has been really helpful as well. And will be kind of nice for me when I go and audit a health firm. Will be really nice to be there and kind of, I like you guys. You guys are nice for healthcare. Super sweet people. So that'll be kind of nice. And I think with their healthcare partnership specialization, they understand things. So that's really that's beneficial.
Time for one more question.
How do I explain? Honestly, 90-some% of the time I don't, because it's not explainable to a lot of people. And the first time when I came back to school, like I said, I was involved with a lot of stuff on campus, and so a lot of people recognize my face. But they say, hey Mitch, so glad you're back to school. And then I would like stand there and I try to tell them for 20 minutes like what really it's like. But I looked at them and they didn't really understand. And in a way it's kind of like you're like wasting my time because I don't know what you're really meaning. And honestly, most of the time I won't. But if there's something where I need accommodation or I need flexibility, like yes, I will. But meeting new people, probably in just that sense, I usually don't. So it's tough because it's not easy to explain. But when you need something, that's what I'm going to do my best to explain it.
Because until I read that book, my neuroanatomy class, I didn't really understand traumatic brain injury. And
Yeah.
You wanna know, because it really changed the way I
Yeah. Wow. Will you come tell me at the end what that is again? So I can write it down.
All right.
Thank you,
Everyone,
guys.
if you give a round of applause.
Thank you guys very much. OT2s, good luck on your exam. We won't have another meeting until after the conference. Those who go to the conference, look for those emails. Don't forget to vote, and the survey will go out. Thank you, everyone, so very much.
Can you, do you know how to get out of this building? Do you know how to get out of this building to the parking lot? Do you remember?